What's up, everyone? It's been a while. I had my binder stolen a few weeks ago, so it's kind of put me out of the Yu-Gi-Oh mood. So what I want to do is I want to do a disaster profile because I did promise this a few weeks ago. I do want to say a couple things about dragons. They are getting support in Order of Chaos, so if you are a dragon player, you need to keep an eye out for two cards. First one, and most importantly, is Divine Dragon Acropolis, I believe is the official name. Apocalypse. It was Apocalypse, but the TCG had to gay up its name. I think it's like Apocalypse or something like that. It's a common, so definitely look for that. Also, Interplanetary Purpley Thorny Dragon. Keep an eye out for a playset of those, just you have to test with. Also, the structure deck that's coming out in February has a card or two that you'll need if you're going to be playing the Chaos version. So, this is the most important card for Dragons. This is Dragons 101. You can remove a dragon on the field, special summon this card from your hand, and once per turn, it can special summon a dragon from the graveyard or your hand. Now, the or your hand thing is very important because cards in your hand, by rule of the game, cannot be targeted. This is why Trishula's effect does not target. You cannot target cards in your in the hand. So the fact that this can target or that you can select a card in your hand means that the selection of the card does not happen to the resolution of the effect. I know this sounds like a bunch of ruling mumbo jumbo, but essentially what that means is if you special summon this and you activate its effect and your opponent says target and they're showing that they have a DD Crow or something like that, you don't tell them a target. You can say, I don't pick a target till the resolution of the effect. So they can DD Crow something out of the graveyard, and then at the resolution you actually pick, whether it's from your hand or graveyard, and then you would special summon that card. So it's a very important thing to know about this monster. It's also not a Nami or a semi-Nami like most large, powerful monsters are. Meaning if it's sent to the graveyard by any means, you can bring it out what they call the Haunted or Monster Reborn, and not have any problem. It doesn't have to be special summoned properly, and it can be special summoned from the graveyard. So you run 3 in pretty much any deck. And I'm sorry about the glare, guys. I don't have my tripod, so I can't do my typical deck profile. Running 3. Another thing about the card is that it's in the OCG version of the new structure that's coming out, it's reprinted. But in the TCG version, it's not yet announced as a common reprint, which is kind of big because this card could go up in price. Right now, they're sitting about between $10 to $20, depending on which one you want. This one I got for 10 each, and I believe that the Ultra goes for about 15 to 20. There is also a dual terminal common, but those are going to be few and far between. So I am running 3 Red Eyes Darkness Metals. Amazing card, no reason not to. It's the same reason I'm running 3 Red Eyes Wyverns. Some Dragon players will play 1 or even 2 of these cards. I run 3. It's a great late game card if you have your graveyard set up. Your opponent sometimes forgets about it, and if you don't normal summon or set, you can remove this during the end phase to special summon this guy, and that's really the main point of the card. It's also got an 1800 attack, and it's a level 4, so there's XYZ possibilities there, and I think it's staple because it gets your main monster out, even late game, so I think it's very important. If you have no cards in your hand, or you draw and you get like a trap, you can set the trap and then in your end phase remove for Red Eyes Darkness Metal and make a comeback from there. This card is actually the reason why I'm playing Dragons. It's Cookie Mirror Drago. There's not a lot that to dislike about this card. It's got 1900 attack, level 4, and it's light and dark monsters cannot be special summoned. This means Tragodia, Fader, Gores, Blackluster Soldier, Tour Guide, Hyper Librarian, Formula Synchron, Agents, Dark Worlds. It stops so many splashable meta cards and entire decks that it's insanely good. This one card, this common, stops Tour Guides. Stops almost every Dark World play except for the Grapha Explosion, which they would have to waste on your Drago. It has great possibilities in there. And when I say it stops Dark World, it doesn't really necessarily stop them. It'll stop them from bouncing and special summoning a Grapha, though, which was a big play. But it definitely stops agents and a few other decks. So, very important. Richard Clark, the person who kind of pioneered Disaster Dragon, calls this his on and off switch. The reason is because when it's on the field, you can't remove it to special summon a Red Eyes Darkness Metal, even though they're not on the field at the same time. The field does not meet the condition for Red Eyes Darkness Metal to be special summoned, even if you're removing this to special summon it. So you can't do your pushes when he's on the field, but during the end phase you have to show a dragon. So if you decide to not show a dragon, you can destroy this card, and then next turn obviously do your big push, but you better have protection for that next turn. So I'm running 3, 1900 attack, just an amazing card. And this is part of the control base of Disaster Dragon. Actually, it is the control base of Disaster Dragon. 3 Mass Dragons, pretty standard, thins out the deck, protects you for a little bit, and it's just another dragon. You can leave a dragon out in the field for your next turn to make a Red Eyes Darkness push. There's also Exploder Dragon and Delta Flyer that you can drop at the end of the turn and have them for next if you need them. Or if they're attacking with a bunch of monsters, you bring out that Exploder Dragon in the middle of their push and they'll stop it in their tracks unless they want to lose a monster, so not bad. 1 Prime Material, I feel like this is a card that used to be a lot more powerful. Excuse me, I just burped. Used to be a lot more powerful and in favor with a lot of Dragon Duelists. I'm not sure how it's fallen out of favor, but I just know it has. You don't see it in a lot of deck lists anymore. A lot of people talk crap on it. So 1 tribute, if you go that route to tribute it, but obviously we're normally bringing that with Red Eyes Darkness Metal. 2400 attack. If you receive any effect damage, it turns it into life points, so it stops burn decks in their tracks, on the off chance that you're going against one of those. But the main effect is, if a monster or monsters on your side of the field are going to be destroyed, you can discard 1 card from your hand and stop that destruction. So, all the standard field clearing torrentials, Mirror Force, Dark Hole. You can this is kind of just protects your field, and it's special summonable off of Red Eyes Darkness Metal. It's a safe play, it's a good bet, and I actually really like the card. In other builds, I may not run it, but as of right now, I'm enjoying it in Disaster. I did take out a second Delta Flyer to put this in, so right now I'm liking the way it's testing. Next is that said Delta Flyer. And Delta Flyer is very special. I think it's one of the best tuners in the game, very underrated, because it essentially acts as a level 3 or level 4 tuner. And by that I mean its effect is once per turn you can raise the level of one other monster in the field. So if there is a Tengu on the field, you can either go for a level 7 play, or you can actually go into a level 8 by making that Tengu 1 level higher. I do like the fact that level 3, with the Mass Dragons and the Exploder Dragon, it gives me Leviair, Leviathan, and Zenmain's plays, and I think it's very important for the deck. I was running 2, I'm running 1 right now, and I do like it at 1, but, that could definitely change. Next is my last dragon, it's a tech. When I'm attacking, all battle damage with this card goes to 0, and whenever it's destroyed by your opponent's monster, it destroys that said monster. So it's kind of like a little... with Red Eyes Darkness Metal, you can bring him out from the graveyard and just kind of... I call him the little missile. He's actually holding a bomb. He blows up whoever kills him. So, your opponent has a Master Hyperion or a Christia, more importantly. Normal summon this, they have a Christia with the Honest behind it. Just knock that shit out of there. I like it. It has its applications, and right now I'm enjoying it. Next, you'll know from these 2 cards that I'm not playing a Totem Dragon build. I don't like the card. It does give... I think with a specified deck list, the card's good, but I don't like it in Disaster. I like being able to play these 2 copies of Thunder King Ryo. I don't really need to explain Ryo. He just gives another control aspect to the deck, and it's quite good. So I am enjoying the card. At 2, I was running it at 3 for a while. I've cut it down to fit in a few other dragon cards, and I'm enjoying it that way. And next is my rare effect veilers, and I just found out today that the special edition for Order of Chaos is going to have super rare Veiler, so these are going to go down to very cheap. I think I paid like 15 each for them, so that's kind of a bummer. But 2 Veilers helps with the control. Onto spells, 3 dualities. You have 9 cards, actually 12 cards that are good normal summons or sets off of the duality play, so it's very safe to play Drago, Mass Dragon, Wyvern, or Thunder King. Excuse me, that's 11 cards. So definitely great card. This is a combo-oriented deck at the end of the day because you do run Future Fusion, and the Future Fusion is usually your game ender. So if you can get that to your hand or other cards that you need, it's a huge help. Where are... I'm not sure what I did with 2 other spells, but we'll find them. 2 MSTs, just an important... This deck kind of lacks inherent destruction, so you do need the MSTs. If something troublesome gets on the field, unless you go into like a Scrap Dragon, you don't have very much back row hate at all. Next is Future Fusion, possibly the most important part of the Dragon's arsenal. You reveal a 5-headed dragon to dump 5 dragons to your graveyard, and then 2 turns you get that 5-headed dragon, 5k beat stick. The most important part though is dumping the dragons. So you're going to put in your Red Eyes Darkness Metals, your Wyverns, your Prime Material, your whatever you need to get, and soon in After Order Chaos you'll be putting your Divine Dragon Apocalypse in there. Just a great card. It sets up your graveyard for huge plays, and it's a cornerstone for any Dragon deck. And I hope it doesn't get banned for some stupid ass. I keep on seeing all these hero things, how heroes are going to abuse it, and it's just I hate it, and I hope they don't get this card banned. Next are those 2 cards I was looking for. 2 Gold Sarks. Search out, mainly Future Fusion. If you already have the Future Fusion, search out like a Heavy Storm to protect your Future Fusion play, or a Monster Reborn late game. I don't know. I do like the card. Getting it late game does suck, but if I get it early enough and I get that Future Fusion, I'm probably going to win anyway. Book of Moon. Mind Control. Amazing card. I feel like this is still undervalued, and I'm not sure how. With XYZs and Synchros on the prowl, this card just keeps getting better, actually, not worse. And I see some people dropping it out of their deck list, and I don't really understand why. Even though I only run 1 tuner, XYZs make this card that much better. I think it's fantastic. Heavy, Dark Hole, and Reborn. On to the traps. 2 Solemn Warnings. I didn't tell you guys, I did go 3-1 with this deck last week. My 1 loss, actually I'll explain that at the end of the video. 2 Bottomless. 2 Calls, and I think Call is very important because, like I said, Red Eyes Darkness Metal is such a powerful monster, and it's not a Nami or a semi-Nami, meaning I can special summon it from the graveyard. I think this card is very key. Then Trap Dust Shoot, amazing card, don't need to explain it. Torrential, and Solemn Judgment. What I wanted to say about me going 3-1, I pretty much dominated everyone. The only person I had trouble with was my friend. He was playing Heroes, and he was getting pluses with Nova Master. I think he ended up drawing 3 times with his Nova Master, and the last draw he had was right before my 5-headed dragon was about to come out. And that last draw off of his Nova Master got him an MST, so he was able to hit that Future Fusion before the 5-headed dragon came out, which is going to wipe out his life points when I tagged over Nova Master, and that's actually how he ended up winning. And then he scrubbed out after that, so made my 1 loss look really bad. So that really sucked, but I was 3-1 with it the first week of playing it, so I am enjoying that aspect. We'll go through the extra deck. It's pretty standard. You'll notice 1 card's missing out of here, and I'll actually talk about that in a second too. 1 Trish, 1 Red Dragon Archfiend. This is going to be taken out at some point. Scrap. Stardust, Exploded Dragon Wing. Yeah, standard. Orient, Brio, Catastor, Utopia, Leviathan, Leviair, and 5-headed dragon, and a Fortress. I had my Zen mains stolen from me, guys. I had my entire binder stolen from me last week. My Zen mains was in there to make my binder look better. So, you know, how people do that sometimes. But I was actually thinking about parting with it, see how much I could get for it because of all the loopy stuff that's coming out. But I decided I actually need it for this deck, so I do need another one. And while, I mean, I could always go out and buy one, I do want to offer something real quick at the end of this video. I can't go over 15 minutes because I am now partnered, so that makes me happy, so you guys can sit and listen. My Orcas were in that binder, so I don't have any of the other ones I've done so far. This is the only one that kind of made it because I had it in a deck box. This is Catastor, and this is actually one of my least favorite ones because I made the card too dark, and so the holo doesn't shine through on most of the card. I do like how it shines through on the eye of Catastor. If you guys can't tell, he's kind of like a spider mech in this Orca, or extended art card, however you want to call it. Got a missile launcher on his back. I need another Zenmaines, and I do have an offer. I will ship you guys, let's think of a number, a fair number, 5 custom holo Orca cards made by me, shipped by me, for a Zenmaines. Now, the only stipulation would be is that the person would have to send first to me unless they are one of those hardcore Yu-Gi tubers, someone with notoriety. But if you do have a Zenmaines and you're interested in my Orca, we could cut out a deal. But that's all I'm going to say about that. I really don't like asking my viewers for things, unlike other Yu-Gi tubers, especially lately. Seems like everyone's asking for donations and all that shit. I'm never going to do that to you guys. If I want something from you, I'm going to give you something in return. So, that's that, and we'll go on to the next video.